What's up, guys? Dodgers Randy here for your game recap of the Dodgers 7-2 win over the Colorado Rockies today. Really quickly, go ahead, hit that subscribe and like button. I would appreciate it. But that was a full, complete team win today, and that's what I like to see. The bullpen did its job. Buehler did his job. The offense came out. It was a good game. That's kind of how I expect to see this team throughout the entire season. Obviously, they're going to go through times where starting pitching, offense, and the bullpen all kind of get blown up a little bit, but everything's kind of just fallen into place right now. 4 straight wins, 3rd series win of the season. We've now taken series from 3 out of the 4 other teams in the NL West, so hopefully we can get that sweep tomorrow, and let's jump into it. First, I want to give you guys a quick update on Hill, Kershaw, and Kelly. Rich Hill threw a 25-pitch bullpen session today. From what I read, they said it appeared that he threw fastballs and curveballs with normal effort, and that was kind of his first mound test. So first time he got on a mound to test his and it is his left knee, so it's actually going to be his push-off leg, not his landing leg, like I initially said. He said it felt fine during and after his bullpen session, and he expects to throw another on Monday in St. Louis, so good progress there. They still don't really have an idea when he could be back, but it's a great sign that he's feeling good. Kershaw will be pitching another start. They don't know if it's Tulsa or OKC because Tulsa's going to be at home and OKC is going to be on the road, so they're not quite sure where they want to put him yet. And he's expected to join the rotation again after that, so we could see him back permanently with the team in about a week, and probably playing in about, I would say, 10 days or so if you kind of add in the dates between now and then what is or wherever his next start is, and then a 5-day rest after that. So things are starting to come into place, guys. We had the bullpen, like I said, they stepped up today. Joe Kelly from yesterday, his injury, he was able to pitch today if needed. They did not need him. I was kind of hoping he would not pitch because he did get hit in his throwing hand, and you never know. All these guys are competitors. They're always going to want to be out there any way they can, even if they're hurting a little bit. So other than that, let's get into the actual game. So Buehler got his start today. We all saw what happened last time. He didn't even make it out of the 4th inning his last start, and he was incredible on the mound today. He went 5 innings, only gave up 3 hits, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts on 79 pitches, and he only walked 2. So he had a really good game out there. There was never really any time at all that he looked stressed out on the mound. He gave up a home run. Thing was crushed, but it's all good. It's Coors Field. They fly out of there, and he throws so hard that if someone makes barrel contact like that, they're going to hit the ball pretty hard. But he looked great all around. He got his sack bunts down when he needed to. There was one at bat he didn't. It was unfortunately a strike him out, throw him out. The Dodgers were in 3 double plays from innings 1 through 3, so I'm actually not surprised that they scored 7 runs. I know they're capable of it, but it was nice to see them struggle the first 3 and not see them struggle. It was nice that they were able to come out of it and not go that way for the next few innings of the game. But the Dodgers actually lead MLB in sack bunts with 6. So coming into today's game, nobody on the team had more than 3. So they're, like I said, they're getting it done, guys. They're figuring out how to do it in every aspect of the game. The fact that they have 6 and nobody else has more than 3, our pitchers are doing their jobs when we need them to, and they're being successful at it. So that's another huge key to this team's success, is even the small things like that. Baez came in today. He walked the leadoff guy and then got 3 outs. So no issue with him. So his first 2 appearances were very bad, as we know. Since then, including today's game, he's pitched 4 1/3 inning, and he's only given up 2 hits and no runs. So it kind of looks like he's returning to his form from last year and his playoff form as well. If we can get Baez back to that form that he was kind of more the second half, mid to second half part of the season last year, I think we're going to be really happy with what he's able to do, to have him out there with Jansen, and hopefully Kelly will turn it around, and then Baez, that's pretty good. Then you're gonna be throwing in Urias and Stripling. We're gonna have a solid pen soon. Yimi Garcia came into the game. I will say I was extremely stressed out. He had a 1-2-3 inning in the 7th, and then he started the 8th and gave up a single and was pulled. Obviously, I want him to do well. My only concern is when he has a game like this, it's going to make the Dodgers harder to DFA him. And I kind of worry that he's not going to be able to do this long term. I hope I'm wrong. I hope he turns it around and then we don't have to worry about it and he's there. But right now, there's nobody else in the bullpen I would want to send down to keep him. So either I hope he's really dominant or they just get rid of him. I really hope he's not like going to do this and have another great outing and then have 3 bad ones and kind of make the team decide what to do and kind of put him in a weird position or send someone else who doesn't deserve to. But he did great today. That's all we can ask for. Ferguson came in. He threw 4 straight balls to the left-hander. So he was pulled after his one guy because it ended up being all righties and there were 2 on with no out. So Floro came in, he got a fly out and then a pop out, 2 quick outs, but he did give up an RBI single, but no big deal. Jansen came in at that point. Jansen had a 4-out save. He pitched in Colorado. We all know last year and years prior he's had the heart issues due to the high elevation and the ablation, all that stuff he had. But he looked good out there today. He did give up a double, but that was it. And he did have 2 strikeouts. So he's looking good. That was his 5th appearance, and he has not given up a run on yet this season. So he's already off to a way better start than last year. And if we can keep him going and everything else the way it is, I honestly think we are going to be unstoppable. I have no doubt that we are the best team in the National League. The American League I always feel like is difficult because that's just kind of, they've got always very good offensive teams. But I still think we're the best NL team, and if they produce like this, I 100% think that they could be the best team in baseball. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. Only, 9 games in now at this point? Yeah, 9. So we're 7-2 now. It's so much fun. This is so much more fun than the start of last season. The start of last season was terrible. But we'll get into offense today. He got the start today in left field. Verdugo actually got the start in right field. They moved Bellinger to first and put Muncy at second. And besides Jock, all of that worked out for them today. Jock had another kind of struggled game. He had 2 strikeouts. He did hit a ball really hard, I will say, in his first at-bat, and he got robbed of a base hit or possibly a double. However, he has struck out 4 out of his last 7 at-bats. They are letting him face lefties. He's not doing anything against them. I worry that that's going to always be who Jock is, he's very streaky. You'll see him go through a 6 or 7 game span hitting like he did against the Giants in Arizona, and then you'll see him go on a 2-3 week kind of really struggle while he's up there. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope he turns it around, but that's kind of been his MO the last few years. And I read an article earlier this year, or a newsletter by JP Hoonstra, who I think he said his longest stretch was really only ever over a 7 game period. Like, it never really went longer than that before he started kind of slumping again. So I think he'll turn it around. Maybe he's just not feeling it in Coors. Maybe he's just not he seems really pissed off at himself. So I have a feeling that he just is frustrated and might be overdoing it. But everyone else came through today, so no pressure on him. I think he starts tomorrow, so hopefully he'll feel better there because we're probably going to need him against St. Louis. They're always a tough one for us, even though they started off the season really bad. But anyways, Seager tonight, he only had 1 hit. It was an infield single. So he's still, I think, maybe finding kind of his way up. I'm not sure. He had a pretty good game yesterday. He's not going to come out and be able to get 2-3 hits every game. But he looks good. He did strike out once, but he's running the bases really well because the infield single, they did throw the ball to first and he was able to beat it out. And Oral and Joe had mentioned how he lost that weight from not eating dairy anymore. And so if he hadn't gotten in that better shape, he might have gotten out there. So I do think he's going to kind of turn into the Seager that we all expect and hope to see. It just might take him a little bit. He hasn't played for a long time. So just keep an eye on him. I'd never worry about Seager. Seager and Turner are the 2 guys I will never worry about on this team. And Turner, obviously, guy had 3 singles today. Was hit by pitch once. He struck out once. He got hit by pitch in his bicep, right here, and he was fine. So not concerned about that at all. He totally just walked it off and went to first base, continued to play, got 2 hits after that. I hate seeing him get hit because of his history and that broken wrist. But guys who kind of hover the plate like that, that's what happens. But as long as he's able to keep playing and it's not intentional and he's good, then you take the free base. Just don't get hurt. Bellinger, that kid, I don't even know what to say anymore because it just keeps happening. He had a double and an RBI triple today. His first at bat, he hit into a double play. It's going to happen every once in a while. He struck out his last at bat. But a double and an RBI triple. And the craziest thing about his RBI triple is I saw it on Twitter, so I'm sure it's on Instagram too. If you can go watch that view of Bellinger's triple, it's a really cool view that I don't think they've done before, or they haven't done it much. But he's not even running at full speed to get the triple. Like, it just looks so effortless to him. He's just an all-around, he's a 5-tool player. He's got everything you want in a baseball player. And so this is just what he's doing right now is insane. He's probably going to win. He should win. He's going to win Player of the Week this week for NL. Kind of thought he should have won it last week, but Yelich came away with that. So, man, if he keeps this going, this lineup is going to be, it's already scary as it is. But when Bellinger's on and Seager and Turner, it's trouble. And then you've got Pollock, who he came through today. He had 2 RBIs. RBI single, sac fly, so he's still getting it done. He did have a strikeout. He was thrown out trying to steal second. Not really sure what the call was there. It looked easy, just didn't look like a good idea to send him when they did. But either way, he came through when he needed to, got us 2 RBIs, and he continues to hit. Muncy, another good game for him. I'm not even going to say decent. It was a good game for him. He walked, had an RBI sac fly, a single, no strikeouts, did have a ground out, but he's finding a way to get on base. This is a reason why I'm not a big fan of batting averages, because if you look at his batting average, it's not terrible, but it's still not very good. However, if you look at his OPS, he's already raised it to over 800, and OPS is on base percentage plus slugging, so it's pretty much telling you he's getting on base and he's hitting the ball hard. So that's why if you ever hear me not talk about batting average or kind of not really give much credit to it, that's why. It just doesn't always tell the whole story. Batting average, a walk doesn't get you anything, but that affects your OPS. The RBI sac fly doesn't affect anything. So oh man, I'm so excited with this team. Every time I'm like going down my whole list of players and what they did this game, and it just still blows my mind that we're coming out of the gates like this, because we usually suck in April, and we look like we're in mid-season summer form right now, like getting ready to just cruise into the postseason. So as long as they keep it up, there's nobody that's going to be stopping us on the way to the postseason, and probably even in it. And like I said, Verdugo got the start today. I am 100% on board with sitting CT3 to get him more at-bats. He needs more playing time. He's obviously fighting for more playing time, and he's giving him a reason. He's making it hard on him. He did hit into a double play and had a strikeout his first 2 at-bats. However, he also had a solo home run and an RBI triple. So he now has, so he went 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. And he extended the Dodgers franchise record to 9 straight games to start the season with the home run. So they just keep going up with that one, that record. And Verdugo has 2 home runs and 15 at-bats. That's a big deal. The fact that he's every 7.5 bats, he's coming up with a home run. That's every game, every other game. So have whatever, 1 whole game, 3 at-bats, 1 whole game, 3 or 4 at-bats, hit a home run. So obviously that's not something I expect him to keep up, but it shows that he wants to be out there, and I really think he deserves it. And I'm hoping after a game like today, because he did face a left-hander, I believe, and it was a right-hander who started the game. It was John Gray, but the solo home run and the triple actually might have both come off a left-hander, but I'm not totally sure. I think one of them did, but either way, I don't care if it's left-hander, right-hander. He's still killing it and going 2 for 4 today. I mean, a home run and a triple, you can't really ask for more from that from your players. Barnes, good day again, finding a way to get on base. He had a single. He was thrown out trying to steal. That was when Buehler didn't get the bunt down. Just kind of a messy looking play. That was, I think, their final double play of the game, luckily, back in the 3rd inning. And then he walked, and then he had an RBI sac fly, so no strikeout for him. He went 1 for 2 with an RBI and a walk. Again, can't complain. Taylor Taylor and Kike both pinch hit. Taylor grounded out, Kike walked, and on the day they had 7 strikeouts, 2 of those being Jock, so not bad, especially when a lot of them, oh no, I think it might have been 8, I think I skipped one, but the only person that had 2 was Jock. If our guys are striking out once a game, but coming away with 3 singles or a double, a triple, I don't care if they're striking out. So this team's looking good, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this game as much as I did. We've got the series finale tomorrow. I think it's at 5:37. It's an ESPN game. I don't know if it will be blacked out. I don't think it will because I don't think Sportsnet LA is calling it, so it shouldn't be blacked out. So tomorrow, ESPN, 5:30-ish, I believe it is, Sunday Night Baseball. Hopefully, for those of you that don't have Spectrum, are able to watch it. You can also stream it through the ESPN app. Their announcers suck, but at least more people get to watch the game. So other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a good rest of your night, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.